Welcome to One and Only Horror Reviews, where I force feed yo ass the only movie review you're gonna need. Today, we are gonna be talking Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah, the reboot, and you know what they say, be careful what you ask for. And all I fucking want is a reboot. Oh, yeah. We finally got the reboot we've been asking for ever since Alice got done pegging the Resident Evil fandom. Oh, but this time it's okay. We got director Johannes Roberts, or as I'm gonna be referring to him as, Johan Job Roberts. I mean, he filled the shoes of Paul W.S. Anderson pretty nicely, didn't he? He promised us a pure adaptation from the video games. Let me repeat that. Pure adaptation. That's a quote, Jack. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Johan Job, but I've heard it time and time again, and I'm sorry if I didn't believe your ass coming out the gate. So let's get into this pure adaptation, shall we? And before we get too far in this, I gotta say, make sure you stick around to the end, because I got an epic compilation that you're gonna need to see, but it's at the tail end of the video. I spent a lot of time on this. Trust me, you're gonna want to see it. But anyway, let's get into this. It's gonna be a little different than a lot of other reviews because I'm breaking this movie down the whole way through. So it's gonna be a little different right here, right now. Let's go. Just like a lot of you, I went to go see Welcome to Raccoon City like 2 days after it came out, right near Thanksgiving time. And yeah, there was like 10 motherfuckers in the movie theater. It was empty. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie or anything. Hell, when I went to see Scream, it was the same way. I'm just letting you know it was empty. And I went in having zero expectations. I'm talking all I wanted it to be was better than the Aliceverse movies. So like I said, zero fucking expectations. I already knew going in there was going to be no Barry Burton. There was going to be no Rebecca Chambers. And you know, going in, those two not being in it were the least of my worries. Because number one on the top of that list was the fucking marketing. Holy shit, the marketing. Let's just call a spade a motherfucking spade. That trailer sucked ass. I'm sorry, and that's probably why hardly anybody's seen it outside of the hardcore Resident Evil fandom. I had friends that I grew up playing Resident Evil with, and they had no idea the movie was coming out. When you gotta rely on word of mouth almost only, you're in a little bit of trouble, kid. Let's power through this, okay? The movie starts off with Chris and Claire, little flashback of them at an orphanage where Claire is gonna play hide and go fuck yourself with little Lisa Trevor, where I guess Claire and Lisa Trevor are gonna be friends. Off to a good start. Hey look, I'm not a bitch or nothing, but if I was 7 years old and I caught that fucking skin-faced bitch looking at me from the fucking corner, goddamn, I'd call in a SWAT team, mow that bitch down, piss my pants just a little bit too. But for Claire, no, hey, normal fucking Saturday. So the last thing that's important in this little flashback is we get to see William Birkin for the first time, and apparently he's the orphanage director or some bullshit. Oh man, oh pure baby, pure. We get a little blob of text that shows up on the screen and said that Raccoon City is dying ever since Umbrella has moved out. What? Ironically, Raccoon City isn't even a city. It's so small it's a little shitty town. So why are you gonna call it Raccoon City if it's a fucking town? And I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop bringing up the pure adaptation because I could do it throughout the whole video and it's gonna get annoying. But just know, pure adaptation. Or pure fucking bullshit, I don't know, you be the judge. So during this movie, when we see the city, town, whatever, I thought we were gonna see like a shit ton of zombies running through the streets, you know, causing chaos. Instead, we only really get like a handful of zombies. Man, that is so disappointing. So Claire gets brought into the city by the infamous Burger Fane truck driver and his little dog Pockets. Yes, they come on into town. They end up plowing through a zombie. Blah, blah, blah. The dog licks up the zombie jizz. Claire gets dropped off at her brother Chris's house. All right, let's get the ball rolling here. Apparently, Claire has joined QAnon, and she tries to tell Chris all of her conspiracy theories and why, you know, Umbrella is infecting the town. Obviously, Chris is not going to believe that shit. he heads into work. Claire ends up fighting his little asshole neighbor fucking friends. And you know what? We finally see a little snippet of zombie here. Kinda, sorta, itchy tasty type shit. Then we get this big diner scene where Leon, he's hungover, he's sleeping at the bar. We got Wesker, Jill, and Richard. They're, yucking it up, trying to talk and have some conversations. That's where we get the bullshit Jill sandwich cringe line that you saw from the trailer. The acting here isn't like horrible, but it feels pretty forced. The lines are pretty terrible. And you know what? It just feels a little awkward and not very genuine at all. But then we get our first look at the police station, and oh my god damn, that place, they really fucking did do a really good job nailing it. Very good job. Set team, set design team, whatever. Whoever's responsible for the sets in this movie, I'm gonna talk about that later, but damn, you did good with the police station, kid. Not gonna lie. So we do get something really cool here, too. We get the STARS team actually huddled up in the STARS office. Chief Brian Irons comes in. And by the way, he is one of my favorite parts of this movie. Really cool actor. Did a great job with Irons. We'll talk about the character in a minute, but it's cool just to see everybody sitting there, chit-chatting it up. I like this scene a lot better than the diner scene, but you know what? You did have that bullshit line in there with the shark and the spider. Yeah, people's talked about it. Moving on. Something really important does happen here. Wesker ends up getting a page. I saw that and I thought, wait a minute, oh damn. They're not gonna do the reveal at the end where, Wesker's behind Umbrella. He's behind the, creating the tyrant. He's behind all this stuff. You know what? They're just gonna kind of spoil it ahead of time. Okay, we'll see where it goes. Oh boy, was I wrong. Oh, and there's one point where William Birkin gets a phone call, told the outbreak's going down, so he gets his wife and little Sherry Birkin, and he heads to the lab to pick up the G-Virus samples. Several red flags here. One of them being, why is his wife Annette not a fucking scientist? She's just some jerk-off housewife now. What's going on? She was a pretty cool character in Resident Evil 2, but you know what? Nah, she's just, she ain't shit in this one. And I was also wondering, why the fuck does he have to take Annette and Sherry to the lab to pick up the samples? Why don't he just run down there, grab that shit by himself, and then come pick them up and get out of town? It just, obviously it's for the plot for later, but it seemed pretty dumb. Throughout the movie, we see it jumping back and forth between the mansion incident, the police station, so just to keep things simple in this video, I'm going to focus on one at a time. First, let's talk about the mansion incident. The Alpha team comes flying in their chopper, piloted by the one and only chicken heart Brad Vickers. And guess what? They find Bravo team's Jeep. I'm sorry, what a Jeep. Okay, you know what? I was going to say pure, but I stopped myself. Oh, and just a side note, fuck off if you're out there and you know that Richard Aiken is actually a member of the Bravo team. And now all of a sudden, I guess he's magically part of the Alpha team. I don't know, you know what? It is what it is, I guess. So we did get to see a cool scene where they're walking through the woods, the spooky woods, going towards the Spencer mansion. But no dogs, no action. They see a little bird and Chris's little funny moment. Chris, oh, come on, Jill. Put that gun down, girl. You know what? That was such a cool moment in the game where they're running for their lives and the zombies are eating motherfuckers' faces off. And here it's just like, I don't know, it's just, So they end up just calmly walking into the mansion.
Barry, where's Barry?
Hey, it beats the hell out of me, kid. So once again, we see another set piece, the mansion. Really fucking cool looking, just like R.P.D. They did a lot of job putting detail. I know there was some CGI green screen shit that they used, but still, it looked really good on film, in my opinion. They replicated the scene of that very first zombie encounter in the mansion where the zombie's eating a motherfucker's face off and he turns over his shoulder. Hold on, like this. Yeah, right like that, right there. That was done really well. Very cool reveal. They're like, what in the hell's going on? They gun him down and Rico's dead. By the way, yeah, Bravo leader, just dead right there. Fucking throwaway character. I love the visuals here. I couldn't wait to see Chris and Richard, battling Yawn, the giant snake, and to see what was gonna go down. Well, obviously, silly. That shit never happened. In fact, Richard Aiken just died from a fucking group of random-ass zombies. Like another throwaway, just like Enrico. God damn, what are you doing, Resident Evil? No Yawn, no Plant 42, and eventually, yes, no Tyrant. Yeah. So I know what you're asking yourself. You're saying, Jigsaw, well, what did happen from the game? Well, I know you remember that time where the helicopter comes crashing into the mansion and Brad dies in some fiery explosion death, right? Well, yeah, didn't happen in the game, but happened in the movie, so Brad's dead. And then for me at least, the biggest character assassination from the games to the movies happened right here, right now. Albert fucking Wesker. He reveals a secret path going down to the lab to collect money to get the G-Virus. That's the whole twist and turn for Wesker. No, not that he's a big scientist, that he created the tyrant, that he's behind Umbrella, that this is all just a fucking test to see how stars do. No, he just wants money to get out of Raccoon City. Good God, this is the biggest letdown, not Leon, because I know that's coming later. So late in the movie, I know it's still tied in with the mansion incident, but we have Wesker confront William Birkin and his family down in the lab trying to get the G sample, and guess what? He kinda accidentally shoots Annette, which is really the only bad thing Wesker did in this whole movie. I mean, yeah, he shot William Birkin, who injected himself, but that really wasn't bad because William Birkin's a bad guy too. But anyway, that was all normal. He injects himself with the G-Virus. And then Wesker is gonna go shoot little old Sherry Birkin. But no, he's not, because Jill is gonna come in and save the day, shooting Wesker, stopping him from killing Sherry. This is just a wild Resident Evil 1 and 2 mashup. And you know what? I can dig that. I'm getting to the point now at this point in the movie where I'm like, all right, you know what? The game stuff is out the window. This is just, we're in for a wild ride now. So Birkin starts to transform and he's gonna have this big fight with Chris. And you're like, oh shit, here we go. We're gonna have this epic fight. It lasts about 10 seconds. Claire comes in and kills Birkin. Super anticlimactic there. Chris really got no action. Claire just comes in and boom, done. And really, that is it with the whole mansion incident. I can't even really say any of it really tied into the games besides like visuals. So let's now go over to R.P.D. and follow Leon and Claire and see if any of their stuff kind of, represented what happened in the game. So it's time. Let's talk Leon S. Kennedy.
What's the S stand for, stupid? Oh, come on, just playing with you, kiddo.
Yes, in the game, he was a, rookie cop who showed great promise during the downfall of Raccoon City. In this movie, Leon is a complete fucking joke. I get that he's a rookie. I get that he's just not some natural badass. I get that. But I wonder why the decision was made to make him complete comedy relief. Just a couple examples. When that big truck that bucked Claire into town, when it crashed into the front of the R.P.D. building, and he got out all flaming zombie walking, and then guess what it showed Leon doing? Listen to some fluff 90s music. He didn't hear that giant ass explosion right out front. Luckily, Chief Irons was there to save his ass and shoot that motherfucker. But don't even get me started on the scene where I guess he's just never seen a shotgun before. He has no clue how to work the shotgun that he's holding. So we get this scene where whistleblower Ben is locked up downstairs in a cell where Leon's gonna talk to him. He's gonna give a little bit of information, and I mean little bit of information on the T-Virus, the G-Virus. But does he? I mean, we really hardly get any real, info. He kind of just glosses over everything, and then immediately the zombie in a cell kills him. I mean, shit, man. We could have filled out so many gaps with that scene, but it was just kind of like, it almost still came off as, it's bullshit conspiracy theory shit. Maybe I just didn't see that scene right or something, but it just didn't click for me. So as I just talked about, the mansion incident had nothing from the game. So let's see what the police station has, because obviously Ada Wong is gonna show up with her badass self. She's gonna meet Leon. Obviously we're gonna have Mr. X busting through walls and shit, chasing Leon and Claire. And we're gonna find out that sleazeball, Chief Irons, he's cutting bitches up, and he's been working with Umbrella behind the scenes. We're gonna find all this shit out, right? No, not at all. What did you think this was, kid? Resident Evil? But I am gonna talk about one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Chief Irons is basically telling Leon, hey, you're in charge now. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. He packs all his shit into his car, and he's taking off to get out of the city. So he runs into a roadblock, and Umbrella just starts shooting people down, and he's getting the fuck out of there. He starts backing up. Bullets are flying. People are dying, baby. And Journey is blaring on his radio. It is just so fun, and I was chuckling. I was smiling. I just love the way that scene was shot. Beautifully done. My favorite scene, hands down, in the movie is that whole roadblock scene. When Irons heads back to the police station, we got Irons, Claire, and Leon, they head over to the orphanage. And Claire is kind of questioning Irons, like, how do you know about the orphanage? How do you know about this secret passage? And it kind of hints that maybe Irons does know more than he's leading on. But guess what? Who gives a fuck about storytelling? He's just killed right away. We don't find anything out about Irons. He basically kind of just died as this regular dude. The liquor kills Irons, and then I'm like, okay, well shit, we're gonna get Leon and Claire fighting this liquor, fucking that bitch up, killing that motherfucker. But guess what? No, Lisa Trevor is the one who kills the liquor. Because if you remember back, her and Claire are besties. She ends up handing the R.P.D. keys, you know, the spade, the diamond, the triangle, and the motherfucker. She hands them to Claire, and I'm like, oh cool, look, the keys. That reminds me, that's just a little kick in the dick that I'm not watching a real Resident Evil fucking adaptation. Leon and Claire head down towards the lab, but first they gotta make a pit stop, watch a little snuff film about the Ashford twins. They basically see the clip from the Code Veronica games where Alexia and Alfred are pulling the wings off the little dragonfly. You see the little ants and shit, and it's just like, oh my god, they're torturing people, and it's like, god damn it, what are we doing here? Maybe if this movie gets a sequel, we can like touch on that, so maybe they were kind of leading up towards the Ashford twins, but other than that, I mean, this scene is basically pointless. Just another little Easter egg they're gonna drop in your basket. I'm sitting there watching this thinking, I'm feeling really bad for people who don't know what Resident Evil is, watching this movie, watching this scene, because thank you, yo hand job, but nobody's gonna know what the fuck this is. Thank you for giving another reason to hate this movie for people that don't know Resident Evil. So that's kind of the end of the R.P.D. section. Now we're at the end of the movie where all four of the characters, they take Sherry Birkin now. So the grand finale train scene, this whole area just felt ultra fucking rushed. Birkin's coming back in his final form, and guess who deals the final blow? Is it Chris? Hell no, not at all. Chris kind of did nothing besides that one scene where the lights are out. That's the only thing Chris really did in this movie. But no, it's Leon, the guy who doesn't even know how to handle a shotgun. But luckily, Leon A.S. Kennedy knows how to use a fucking rocket launcher. Are you kidding me? He can also deliver these cringe one-liners.
Found it in first class.
Okay, I guess they at least got his shitty one-liners right for his actual character from the games. So I guess that's kind of cool. So Raccoon City is destroyed. It looks like it almost implodes downward, down into the labs, but it don't really show it. It shows a cow flying at your screen. It tries to be funny, I guess. I don't know. But either way, Raccoon City town is destroyed. The very final shot of the movie shows all 5 survivors walking out of the tunnel, and then bam, fucking title screen pops up. And that's it. There you go. I hope you're fucking happy with yourself. And yes, I'm probably getting yelled at if I don't cover this, so we're gonna talk about the little after credits scene, because it was probably the biggest cringe moment, I think, in the whole movie. Yeah, we're talking about Albert Wesker. He ain't dead, baby. Albert Wesker wakes up in a body bag, overacting his dick off, and then in comes Ada Wong, underacting her dick off. I can see why, after just a few lines from her whole section was cut out of the movie. Apparently they were gonna have other interactions, but it was cut, and like I said, I can see why her delivery was god-awful. She hands Wesker the glasses, he puts them on. Oh, fucking cringe overload. Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh, goddamn, it hurts my heart, it really does. It really fucking does. So there you have it. That is the best breakdown you were ever gonna see about this movie. Not because people can't beat this, but because people don't want to spend the time, because this movie really didn't deserve it. So on every episode of One and Only Horror Reviews, I'm gonna give a very specific rating for the movie. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie, boom, 4.8 out of 10. That's right, I don't bullshit these scores. I get down to the exact decimal point. Time for an overall umbrella chat, and yes, that was a pun. We are gonna talk right now to you motherfuckers out there who keep sucking this movie's dick. Those of you people out there on your knees, saying this movie is fucking great, this movie is so good, this movie's gonna do amazing, this needs a sequel, this needs a fucking trilogy, this needs a fucking quadrilogy. Listen, you are the problem. Was this the worst movie ever? No. No, it wasn't. In fact, it wasn't even the worst movie with Resident Evil in the title. That goes to final chapter. Yeah, fucking horrible. But going around pretending this movie was good or even great is just sad. Newsflash for you. You're not gonna lose your Resident Evil fan card if you think this movie was bad. You do not have to overcompensate to make yourself feel like a real fan. Combining games 1 and 2 was a horrible fucking idea. That is the bottom line of this whole movie. I could have got along with the changes of characters, maybe not Wesker, but like Leon and some of the other ones. But man, combining the 1 and 2 is really the bottom line, like I said, of what made this movie so fucking bad. Smashing 2 full games plus extra backstory with the orphanage, it just isn't gonna work in a 1 hour and like 40-minute format. It ain't gonna happen, and it did not happen. I am saying this with complete honesty. I'm not overreacting. I believe the Resident Evil movie from 2002 was a better movie than Welcome to Raccoon City. Can you believe I got the PSP version? God damn, I like wasting money. Look at this shit. The original Resident Evil movie in 2002, yeah, it didn't really have anything to do with the game, but at least the director didn't feed us this pure adaptation bullshit. Even if you throw the adaptation stuff out the window, this was just not a good movie. It was rushed, it was forced, no character development, fucking shitty characters, shitty dialogue. Just overall, it just wasn't good. But I can't ignore the good parts of the movie because I'm being honest here. The visuals were great. They nailed the set pieces. They nailed like the look of the liquor. I thought William Birkin looked like a fucking beast. Like the not the original, the mutated form. It looked really good to me. And like I said, some of the scenes were cool. Like Chris in the dark dining room and shit, blowing up, giving everybody seizures every time he shot his fucking gun. There were some good scenes. And I can't be mad at some of the corny dialogue either. I know I said a lot of the dialogue sucked, but it is Resident Evil and it's kind of been always based around shitty dialogue, so I should probably mark that criticism off. It just felt like the movie had just concentrated so much on little Easter eggs where it could have been focusing on, somehow making this a better story. Because it just needed it. So on these episodes of One and Only Horror Reviews, I'm going to be handing out little small awards like the Shitbird Award, which is going to go to Albert Wesker's character. I mean, the actor was fine. And by the way, a lot of the actors in this movie, they acted great. Like Leon, I thought the Leon actor was amazing. Brad Irons was the best, but Leon, the actor, was fucking great. They just fucked Wesker up so bad. He is the shitbird. Now, the cream of the crop award is definitely gonna go to, like I said, Chief Brian Irons. The dude was funny. He was realistic. I loved every scene he was in, including my favorite scene with the Journey clip. So we are closing out this long-ass episode, and this is a little longer than the normal ones are gonna be, because I'm breaking it down so much. But anyway, like I said, we are getting to that compilation that I was telling you about at the beginning. And what is this compilation gonna be about, you ask? Well, I love to say the word fuck, but in this movie, everybody loves to say the word fuck. So, take a look.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Fucking fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fucking fuck.
The fuck?
Fuck! Fucking fucker!
Fucking
The fuck's a fucking fuck? Fuck. Fuck. Fucker, fuck, fuck. Fuck the fuck. 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 The fuck. 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 Fuck.
Fuck.
Fucking go fuck. Fuck. Fucking 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 fuck. Fucking Christ. Fucking Christ. Fuck. Is he fucking out? The fucking fuck out. Fucking Christ. Fucking go fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Fucking fuck. The fuck. The fuck. The fucking fuck.
Fuck you guys do to this train?
And there it is, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, did you think this was a good movie? Did you think that I was too hard on it? Let me know detail down below. I will fight you in the comments if I have to, god damn it. But let's chat it up. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about the new series here, One and Only Horror Reviews. We got plenty more to come.